If you don't have a system that you can follow, it might take you years for you to become fluent in English and say with confidence, I am fluent in English. I'm serious. You don't want to be that person that understands everything but is never comfortable speaking in English about anything, ever. So I spent a few weeks trying to create one of the best systems that you can follow that will help you with every problem that you have with speaking. So hopefully by the end of the video, you know exactly what you have to do every day to improve your speaking. You have to understand that if you don't take action, nothing will happen. I can create systems and give you tips, but I cannot make you do the things that you're supposed to do. So at the end of the day, it's your choice whether you want to improve or not. No one is coming to save you. You have to do it yourself. So with that being said, let's begin. First of all, you have to understand your fears, and usually English learners have the same. Your fears are all related to output skills, writing and especially speaking. So let's understand them better so you can overcome them more easily. It's usually much more than just a phrase. I'm afraid of making mistakes, for example. If you understand this fear, you will have a much better approach. For example, I always had a lot of anxiety before I started to speak in English, and I was extremely afraid of judgment, making mistakes, and people laughing at me. But once I sat on my chair, and I started to brainstorm why exactly I had those fears, I came to the realization that it was all because I was bullied as a kid, and that still had an impact on me. It's crazy to think that something that happened to you 5 or 10 years ago can still have some sort of an impact on you years later. So if you're serious about this, the first thing that you have to do is spend at least 1 week try to understand your fears. Why you have this fear? When did you start feeling like that? And why you're so afraid of expressing yourself, even if it is in another language? I want you to sit down and understand these fears for at least a week. It's gonna be hard. I had to do it myself, but you gotta go through this because it's gonna be much easier to identify and to actually overcome the fear that way. If you wanna go deeper into this topic of fear, I made a video that you can watch after this one right here. You might not believe this, but most people don't take enough action or any action at all. Sure, I know most people don't have anyone to talk to in English, but even though it can be harder by yourself, there's no excuses. You just have to be willing to do the work and follow the system that I'm gonna give you right now so you can take action every day, even if you're lazy or not disciplined enough. I made a video a few weeks ago that I'm also gonna put right here about 4 methods that you can use to improve your speaking by yourself. The system is simple. Spend 30 minutes to 1 hour every day doing all those methods, and your speaking skills will improve in 2 months. If you have more time, you can spend more hours doing it. And if you think you don't have time, you actually have. You just have to stop wasting it. You'll probably spend 2 hours at least on your phone every day. So you just gotta stop doing that. Then you have more 2 hours to pursue your goal. And again, you just have to do it. It's fun. You're gonna challenge yourself, and you're gonna have a sense of accomplish every single day. And these are the methods: shadowing, private voice recording, inner monologue, and self-talk sessions. You can choose just 1 or 2 or all of them, doesn't matter. What matters the most is that you take action, even if you think it's uncomfortable and painful. That is how you improve every day. One of the most important aspects of improving your English is tracking your progress. Without keeping track, it can be hard for you to see how much you've improved over time, and you might lose motivation as well. So let's break down how you can effectively note your progress. First of all, keep a journal. Start journaling weekly or daily about your experiences with English. For example, you can write down what you've practiced that day, any vocabulary you've learned, and how you feel during the practice sessions. This helps you see your journey and realize the small wins along the way. Next, you have to set milestones. Break down your goals into smaller, achievable milestones. For example, you can set a goal to learn 10 words a day. You can set a goal to speak for 10 minutes a day or more. So these little things, these little actions that you can take matter a lot, and it can make a huge difference for you in the long term. And also, you don't set yourself a failure, so you can celebrate these little victories that's gonna keep you motivated and show you that you're moving in the right direction. Another powerful method that you can use to actually track your progress is record yourself. So you can record yourself today, for example, speaking about something. Then 2 months, 3 months from now, 1 month from now, you can see how much progress you've made along the way. And that is amazing. You have no idea how much it motivates you to actually keep going when you see your progress. Because if you don't record yourself right now, you're never gonna know how much progress you actually made. Especially if you're speaking only with yourself, you don't have anyone to tell you that your English improved a lot over the last few months. So when you record yourself, it's just like extremely important for you to identify your mistakes and actually try to improve them. One of the best things that you can do also is track your time. So you can download an app that you can track your time, how much time you are studying every day. So you can gradually increase that time. So for example, if you start today, how much time you study English today? Let's say you study for 10 minutes. So gradually you can increase that time. So you might actually aim to like 1 hour, 2 hours a day or something like that, or even more. So gradually you can increase that time and you're gonna see a huge progress. Also, one of the best things that you can do is reflect on your challenges. So for example, if you had a challenge, if you didn't know how to pronounce a word, or you didn't actually sound amazing that day, like you felt like you were not with your mind in the right place, you can write it down and see where you made those mistakes so you can improve over time. You will also understand what areas you need to practice more. So for example, speaking or listening or reading, writing, so you can actually be aware of the things that you have to improve more. So you can focus more on those areas. It's gonna actually make you more confident by pursuing what you actually have to improve more. Otherwise, you're just gonna be a feather in the wind, that's going from there to there without even knowing what actually you're doing. This one is one of the most powerful ones, and it can change your life if you do it right. Once you do everything, or before you do everything, so it could be in the morning or before you go to sleep, sit somewhere comfortable and close your eyes for like 5 to 10 minutes. And I want you to imagine the different places that you want to go. Having the time of your life, talking with everyone in English. You have a smile on your face, you are confident, everyone tells you how your English has improved and how amazing it is. You can visualize whatever you want, but it has to involve emotion. That way the impact is much stronger. This is one of the most underrated methods. Most people think is stupid, but believe me, it is really effective. And it just takes 5 minutes every day for you to shape your new reality. And before I forget, one of the best things, one of the best tips that I can give you, I say for last, because this is one of the most underrated tips that I never see anyone talk about, especially in the English learning space, and that is be healthy. Just be healthy. Just don't eat junk food and just move your body. If you follow this system every day for like 30 days, I guarantee you your English speaking skills will improve. Again, spend the first week trying to understand your fears, and then spend 30 minutes to 1 hour or even more every day speaking, actually opening your mouth so you can actually get your brain used to the movements. Do that every day. I know it's gonna be hard. I know you're gonna have a lot of excuses, but I'm just telling you, do it. You know, do it. Even if you make a lot of mistakes, even if you don't come up with anything in your head at the moment, just do it. Take notes along the way with all the ways that I told you to do. Every day, use affirmations and visualization every day, first thing in the morning or before you go to bed, 5 to 10 minutes a day. You don't need to get out of your comfort zone. You just have to close your eyes and imagine the scenarios that you want to get yourself in the future. Last thing, I'm telling you, if you follow this system, you will improve your English speaking skills. Because most people don't even take action. And the people that take action usually do the things wrong. So if you follow the system I just created for 30 days, 60 days, doesn't really matter. The more time, the better for sure. But if you just follow this for at least 30 days, I guarantee you, every day, your English speaking skills will improve. I'm telling you. So I hope you found this valuable, and thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.